It's been 24 hours since our last fix for NovaClick with BullX Neo, and luckily for us, the NovaClick team actually pushed a new update to their extension so that you do not have to do any user script workarounds anymore. You are able to load their updated extension just directly from them. So I'm going to walk you through how to go through the NovaClick's official workaround now. Go to docs.tradeonnova.io, their official docs page. And so this is where you are going to be able to download the new extension that they have. And they've got instructions on how to install it, but I'll run through how to do that real quick. So first you're going to open up a new tab, paste in that Chrome // extensions, hit enter, remove NovaClick. If you don't use UserScript for anything else, remove TamperMonkey because you're not going to need it. You don't need any ad blockers or anything like that. You are good to go with the new NovaClick edition. Go back to the NovaClick workaround webpage, hit download. It's going to download their newest version of NovaClick. You're not going to be able to download it from the Chrome Web Store because whenever you make any changes to an extension, push an update, it goes through Chrome review again to ensure nothing malicious. And so that is why you would have to download it directly from the Nova team for now. If you have concerns about what's changed, you can view the source code of your current extension. And you can actually, when you download this, it's going to give you easy access to look at the source code of the new one and see differences. A couple updates ago, they updated their extension so that you didn't need any ad blockers. So we were able to use it without any extra workarounds for 2 weeks or so. And that's because if you look suspicious, we can see they loaded that directly into the code in the updated extension, which is the reason why you don't need to have an ad blocker. If you have concerns or you want to wait until it's approved by Google, you can certainly do that. But for right now, if you want to run it with no workarounds, this is essentially what you're going to do is you're going to go back onto your Chrome extensions tab that you had opened, click load Unpacked, go to wherever it was downloaded to, it's titled NovaClick, select, and now you can see that it's been installed again, version 2.0.65. Reconnect it by going to click.tradeonnova.io. Click this connect button in the top so that you can reauthenticate it. Where you hit launch. And then it'll say success, you are now connected to, then you'll be able to go back. It's Neo. We enable, and it's back again. Good to go. If you're wondering why we constantly have to do these workarounds, ultimately it comes down to this. Every bot essentially is making their money through transaction volume. BullX Neo and NovaClick both have a platform fee, also known as a transaction fee, depending on how they market it, but it's a fee that goes back to their platform at 1%. There's also a fee that goes back to Pump Fund. When you are using Nova to buy and sell, they're going to get that 2%. BullX is not getting any of that, which is why there's this friction between the two, because ultimately BullX would like to get that money instead. And so you're going to constantly see these types of things. They'll say this for user safety, but ultimately when I invest 3 Sol into something, I'm sending 0.06 on the buy back to the platform that I'm using, whether that's Nova or BullX. When I sell, relatively similar, basically giving 0.06 back to that tool. Half of it's going to go to Pump Fund if I'm trading a Pump Fund. This is what the friction is about. The fact that they're getting 0.12 when you round up, and BullX is doing all of these things to keep Nova off the platform. Ultimately, this revenue is realized by Nova. This is a very capitalistic system. We're all in it to make money. Same for developers, bots, and tool makers that are out there. And so this is why you're seeing the constant need for workarounds. It all comes down to who's able to capitalize on you using it. My experience, Nova has been more reliable. You get faster fills with less fees needed. Even if we currently look at BullX it's 7:30 in the morning on the west coast of the United States. If you use a bribe fee of 0.001, you're looking at confirmation times between 3 and 11 seconds. And then even if you're using just priority fees, you're still looking at times between 1 and 4 seconds. I never really see that much of a lag when I utilize Nova. That would be why I personally continue to use Nova. If you have concerns about needing workarounds, I totally understand it. Be secure with your keys and protect yourself and your assets. I only keep in my wallet what I'm actively trading. Everything else goes into cold storage. I'm a little bit less concerned about that. I'm more open to utilizing different tools so that I can land the best trades possible when I decide to trade. And so this would be why I would still be okay with using these workarounds. But all in all, hopefully that kind of gives you a better understanding of why these workarounds are needed. I hope this helped you install the new workaround and get a better understanding overall of why there's so much friction between Nova and BullX Neo and why we constantly have to do these workarounds. As always, make the choice that you feel is safest to protect yourself and your assets. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I will try to